Well, my name is Amanda Kamekona. I'm from Chino Hills, California. I grew up in Southern California. I currently am the head coach at Brevard College in North Carolina, so that's where I reside. How I started out, my whole, I guess, pre-high school, pre-everything, I played baseball up until my junior year of high school, so I kind of got in the fast pitch game really late. My junior year, I took off. I didn't play baseball or softball. I just took a year to train and try to, master the differences between the two sports. I was fortunate enough to get picked up by a really competitive travel ball team, the Gordon's Panthers, and so I was fortunate to be seen by a lot of big Division I schools. Out of high school, I only played 1 year of fast pitch. I committed to Cal State Fullerton, where I played for 2 years. Wasn't really what I was looking for in a program, so I took another year off, ended up transferring to UCLA. I finished my career there. And then right out of college, I joined the PFX tour. Natasha Watley, Jay Duran, Jessica Mendoza at the time were doing that before being a part of the NPF, because they were still doing the Olympic thing. And then a couple years went by. I just kept hearing more and more about the NPF, how competitive it was, and a lot of my friends were doing it. They had a great time. So I contacted Sherry, I contacted my old coach, Sue Enquist, and I said, hey, do you know anybody? Get me in, I want to play. And I was fortunate enough to get a tryout with, at the time, the Carolina Diamonds, and that's who I played for my rookie season last year. The Diamonds are no longer around, we folded, and I guess the Comets had inherited the rights to a lot of the players that were on that team, and here I am. It's a blessing, it's an honor, it's really fun. I think one of my favorite parts about it is to be able to play with people that you played against. In college, there's a lot of rivalries, like me and Taryn played against each other. Arizona, U of A versus UCLA, that's a big rivalry, and now she's on my team. And just to get to know people more personally that way. And then meeting people from other schools that you don't have an opportunity to play against, like Hofstra, nowhere near my conference. And just really fortunate enough to network with a lot of people and play at the highest level. Yes and no. As our season's done, we're lucky enough that the NPF season runs in our summer season. So after we go to work, so we coach from August to May, and then at the end of May our season starts, and then so we're playing from May to now for our pro season. It kind of gets muddled depending on where you're at right now. Like my kids just moved into classes, moved on campus a couple days ago, so I had to fly back to make sure that they were all settled. But for the most part, playing time is playing time and coaching time is coaching time. What's nice is that allows you to put on 2 different hats. When I'm at school, I don't really have to worry about playing besides training. There's no games or anything. And then when I'm here, I get to kind of take a vacation from coaching and play the game. I definitely, and now I see both sides. When you're in the game and you're playing, you don't really know exactly what your coaches do all the time. They just are there and they make the lineup. Now I have full-blown respect for all of my college coaches and even our pro coach here, putting up with 20-something different personalities and trying to make something work. And I think that it's gotten me to respect all aspects of the game and allowing me to actually step outside from actually playing and seeing stuff that sometimes you miss when you're right in the middle of the action. Being humble and respecting everyone you meet, and also being very thankful. I think a lot of times being off the field, you come across people who don't have the opportunity to be here because our league is so small. We have 4 teams. That's like 80 people, and how many people graduate each year that want to play. I think that a lot of us are very fortunate to get the opportunity to be here. And then humble for where we all came from. We all started out playing, a little league, fast pitch, gold ball, everything, and to make it to this level and share that with everyone else that's playing. I think that it's a really big thing, and to be role models to little kids and inspire them to aspire to be up here when they get their opportunity. Probably not to take myself so seriously and have a little bit more fun. I think while we're all really competitive, we get caught up in the winning part, and I think we forget that our game is built around failure. You fail 7 out of 10 times and you hit 300, and that's a great average, especially in this league with the great pitching that we have. And know that our game is a game of failure, and that as long as you're learning something, and even if I didn't produce how I wanted to that particular day and I walked away learning something to make my game better the next day, that was okay, and I wasn't gonna, hit every single time I was up to bat. That as long as I walked away learning something to be better the next day, then I did my job that day.